How are you? My name is Bagatto, FreshEyesMissedOpportunities.com. Today I want to talk to you about what I consider perhaps my most valuable piece of software. And it's a small, relatively inexpensive software called Roboform, R-O-B-O-F-O-R-M. That's ROBOFORM.com. When you finish with this video, you're going to see down below here there is a link that you can click on and it'll take you right there. Why do I think Roboform is so valuable to you? Because it will save you time and it will save you a tremendous amount of stress, especially if you're like me, if you can't type, if you only use like 2 little fingers and maybe 4 little fingers, etc. It has 2 features that I find very valuable. Those are a password manager and a form filler. Now, Roboform comes in 2 versions. It comes in a free version, and that has, or it allows you to keep, or it'll keep for you 10 passwords. And the paid for version is called Roboform Pro. It's a pro version, and that has unlimited passwords and usernames and sites, etc., etc. When you're like me and you have over 300, guess which one you use? Yeah, I use the Pro. I did start with the free version, many years ago, 11 plus years ago, and I couldn't believe that I'd have more than the 10. But I soon found that wasn't true. Now I have membership sites, I have utilities, banks, credit cards, Amazon, Staples, Chapters, Bicom. It goes on and on and on. Let's start with the password manager. What's a password manager? Well, I don't know about you, but I do a lot of banking, all my banking online, on the internet. And every time that you go to your bank site, you have to fill in your username and your password. And if you're like me and you're typing with these 2 little fingers right here, I have to look at the keyboard when I'm typing. I can't look at the screen, so I always make mistakes. And of course it says wrong username or wrong password or whatever. I have to start all over again. Very frustrating, very time consuming. This, once you've downloaded the product, and my suggestion would be, hey, if you want, get the free version. Once you downloaded it, and you've gone to your bank, ABC Bank, and you've entered in your username and your password, a little box pops up. It's marvelous. And it says, hey, do you want me to remember this? And of course you say, yes, I do. And so it'll remember not only the username, not only the password, but the website that you're on. So if you ever want to go to that website again, guess what? You just click on log in to ABC, bank, and it'll take you right there, log you right in, bang, within a second or 2. Marvelous. Absolutely marvelous. You don't have to type something in. You don't have, for the URL, for the address, like, let's call it Amazon.com. You don't have to type that up there. You don't have to click on bookmarks and go down and search it out and then type. No, it does it all for you. Wonderful, marvelous, marvelous. The other thing that it offers you, this is very good too, is the form filler. The form filler works like this. We're back at Amazon, let's just say, and we want to buy a product, and it's in our shopping cart. And now it's saying, okay, well, I need your particulars. I need your name and your address and your visa particulars, right? So now you have to type all of that stuff in. Well, that's tiresome. That's time consuming. And if you make a mistake, it's very frustrating. Roboform fills all that in for you. You just have to do it one time and it remembers. And it'll remember multiple credit cards. It'll remember, like in my case, I have a U.S. credit card, a U.S. address, a Canadian credit card, a Canadian address. Why? Because if I want to buy something and I'm in the States or from the States, more often than not, the U.S. company will say, listen, the address and the credit card have to match, right? And we will only deliver in the United States. Well, so if I have a Canadian card and a Canadian address, it ain't delivering in the United States. And since I'm always traveling, it's not a big deal for me to come and pick it up or have somebody send it or bring it down wherever I am. Big advantage. And it'll remember multiple identities. It'll do all of this stuff, and it'll fill in whatever you want it to do. Let me just tell you, it never makes a mistake, and it's fantastic. And I don't have any stress, and I save a lot of time. That version is $29.95. That's the version that has unlimited amounts. The other version is the free version, and it only gives you 10 passwords. You know, if you have 11 sites with passwords, etc., usernames, well, guess what? You're going to have to delete one. Me, I have more than 300. Plenty. I have 290 more than the free version. And at $30, let's just say, if I was only using it for a year, that's $2.50 a month. And since I've been using it for many years, and I think I bought it originally at like $19.95. Don't quote me, but I think way back past 10 years, I think that's what the price was. So it is probably, it certainly is the best investment I've ever made. And not only that, you know those little tiny USB drives, thumb drives, you just take the thing off and stick it in a USB thing there. You can put your addresses on there, and you go to any computer and you have access to your Gmail, because you got to fill a username and password there, your credit cards, anything that you want to do, it's all done. I'm going to take a stab on this, but I've got to say that this is probably the most honored and highly decorated and all of that sort of stuff. One of all of the software programs out there. This is a wonderful thing. I think it's won more than 100 awards. I know the 100 is there. Maybe it's 100 awards and 100 gurus saying whatever it is and all of that, but it's marvelous. I have never encountered anyone that uses Roboform and wasn't thrilled, didn't think it was, whatever the word is, fantastic. And I know you will too. I don't know what else to tell you. I was going to do a video on this, but then I decided there are a lot of videos on Roboform on how to use it and everything else. Why should I do one? Mine won't be any better than the other person's, so why reinvent the wheel? So I decided, no, I'll just give you a review. Try it. Click on the site afterwards, go down there and try it. This is Derek Bagatto, Fresh Eyes, MissedOpportunities.com, thanking you for spending this time with me. Try the product. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.